the line in my team.
Coming at you, it's the NBA right here on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, with me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. Now here's Wiggins. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call will be against Alperen Sengun. That's his first foul. Ooh, stolen by Smith.
That is how you deny entry. Great effort.
For three, Durant. It doesn't go for him. Pass to Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Outside Durant. Dort with a steal. Here's Holmgren. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Dort. After the basket by Houston. Pass to SGA. 6 on the shot clock. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Nice shot by Durant.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Now here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, absolutely aggressive move by Durant, taking it right to the hole with authority.
Slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
And stolen by Holmgren. Inside. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Durant's shot is off. Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. From deep, Holmgren drills it from deep. Holmgren's got 7.
It's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So both teams making some changes here. Rockets trail by 7. Pass to Durant. Looking to win the run. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And sometimes you are just at Kevin Durant's mercy. No matter what you do, he's still going to score.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
A one-handed tomahawk, that's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. SGA can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 4. Down low. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Got it. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate. Oh, wow! Plenty of room for his trademark slam.
You could tell once he saw the crack in the D, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, everybody in the building was waiting for it.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Pass to Eason. From downtown, Smith. That one's good. Smith's got 7 points.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Williams with the screen. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. The 3, Smith. Another 3 from Houston.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. 11 points in the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Drives to the hoop. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Here's Hartenstein. It's rebounded by Houston. They double him with Holmgren. Houston working the ball around. Green, a screen. On the wing, Green. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get off a shot. Good work defensively by Dort.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Houston leading by 4. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
To the middle. Here's Green. Here's Shepard. No points so far. Three-pointer. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
19-footer. And the jumper falls for him.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
Left side, Green. Here's Shepard. Takes it inside. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Oklahoma City trailing. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Outside Durant. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid. Pass to Williams. Outside Mitchell. Back to Williams. Now here's Mitchell. Shoots over Thompson. And too long on the shot. Houston leading by 4. Durant with it. Caruso covers. And that one drops for him. Durant's got 15.
It just looks too easy. Durant with the skill and height to get anything he wants from the mid-range.
To the paint. A nice shot by Smith. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Joe. And that time also a missed shot. Making it look easy inside. Durant.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Thunder trail by 12. Here's SGA. Got a piece of it.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Alex Caruso. Houston shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Here's SGA. SGA working through contact inside.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning because once he does, he makes you pay.
To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. Pass to Carlson. And here's SGA. Offline with a three. Back to Durant. Let's go with a three. Hits a three-pointer. Durant's got 11 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's Houston, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Thompson with it, now guarded by Holmgren. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
Both free throws good from Thompson. Thunder trail by 20. Pass to Hartenstein. Wiggins outside. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. The shot by Dort, no good. The Rockets on offense. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen.
An impossible guy to cover. Durant puts defenses in situations where they must compromise and foul him.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And the Thunder in possession here. Dort for three. Kept alive. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Pass to Eason. Here's Thompson.
Oh, no.
Look out!
Whoa. How is the hoop still standing?
Ooh. That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
And Houston will go for a different look here. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. To the paint. Here's Williams.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Pass to Caruso. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And Caruso's athleticism just jumps out to you, especially when he's up there finishing.
Here's Shepherd. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 19.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Back to Williams. Outside for Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three. Drops in the three.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And here's Green from the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams into the lane. Here's Shepherd. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Shepherd is a guy who plays below the rim, but he's got excellent touch inside.
Joe misses the three. The Rockets lead by 18. Pass to Shepherd. On the wing, Green. No good with the triple. And here is Williams. Left side Joe. Back to Williams. Outside Joe. From deep. Capella with a rebound. Down low. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. For the Thunder, Thunder trail by 20. Pass to Dort. Wiggins outside. Here's SGA. Connects from downtown. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
Come on, man. If SGA is hitting that, it's good night.
To the left wing. It's stolen by SGA. Dort outside. That three's off the mark. The Rockets lead by 17. Okogie into the lane.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's SGA. And the shot goes down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20 points.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
On offense, here are the Thunder. Here's Wiggins. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
It's Wiggins on the wing. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Wiggins has got 5 now.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
Here's Okogie. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Now hold. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. A 12-point game. Shot clock at 5. Hartenstein in the post. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Dort with a steal. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Eason with a steal. Smith into the lane. Here's Thompson. The Thunder pull it in. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. The shot by Dort, no good. The Rockets lead by 12. Outside Durant. Yes, sir! KD for 3.
The range KD possesses makes him a constant threat outside. The defense has to be all over him.
And SGA throws it down.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Ooh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
From deep, SGA. Eason pulls it in. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down. Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Durant draws the double. Back to Eason. From the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Eason's.
You got lucky, man. Good game.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight reporting Allie LaForce. You'll see the New Orleans Pelicans facing the New York Knicks.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
Pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Now, here's Anunoby. Fires the three. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. A fresh 14 for New Orleans. And stolen by Anunoby. From downtown, Bridges misses. On the wing, Davis. This one for three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
On the other side of a crisp pass this time. Barron nailing the jump shot.
And here's Brunson outside. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. On the wing, Stojakovic. And another three for New Orleans.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Hart, that's good.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Three-pointer, Stojakovic. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high-percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
It's stolen by Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Buries it from three-point range.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Knicks trailed by 11. From deep, Brunson. After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the three. And, boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
And so it's New York with it. Anunoby has the open look. Offline with his three. Williamson outside. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. And taken away by Paul for three. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Paul's got 6 points.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Here's Paul. Again, the Pelicans score.
You know Paul is looking for these shots, and as the defender, you have to be anticipating this.
Pelicans leading by 11. Lets it go from deep. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Drains the three-pointer. Brunson's got his second basket of the game.
How about dueling from long range, just going at
each other.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here. That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
Paul looking around. Paul missing again.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer three so badly.
And here's Brunson outside. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. And it's Paul penetrating. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Paul's got 13 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
Hart, no good. New Orleans leading by 10. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. New York on D. And it's Paul missing. To the middle. Here's Towns. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They've led by as many as 14 points. Takes a 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Has his hands in every cookie jar. Paul with a little extra sugar.
Count that one.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Inside. Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Boy, for Cousins, that's really a simple, strong throwdown. Part of his normal operation.
Hart, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. New Orleans shooting their first free throws of this game.
Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Knicks trailed by 15. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And taken away by Paul.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Clarkson outside.
That's all you.
Shoots the 3. Tyson Chandler grabs the board.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And yes, it's good. And that's 20 points for Chris Paul.
Paul's quickness on the drive, too much for the defense. They just can't find a way to stop him.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
Paul is doubled. Pass to Stojakovic. Chandler a screen. On the wing, Chandler. The steal. 3 on 3. There's Shamet. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
Shoots from the elbow. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
So dangerous in these sets. Paul is a maestro at running the pick and roll to perfection.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Paul for three. Rebound by Sohan. Knicks trail by 13. Here's Shamet. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Shamet's got 5.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Kept alive. That's a 2 from Paul. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Brunson outside. Puts up a deep 3. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7. Paul is doubled. Pass to Cousins. Back to Paul. Screen by Cousins. Again the miss by Paul. Knicks trailed by 12. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Davis.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
Here's Williamson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Josh Hart. This is his first free throw of the game.
And when he's healthy, Zion is a force, an athletic freak who makes an impact on both ends.
Clark, that's good.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. He's off on the first.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot? And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
For New York, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Knicks trailed by 9. Brunson outside. Brunson with a head of steam. Banked in off the glass. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so we conclude the first half. Pelicans lead by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. 3-pointer. Brunson drops it in from the arc. Wow!
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Shot from the wing. Knicks with the rebound. Down low. They get it again. Out to Bridges. From the arc. And another 3 for New York.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Towns wide open. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Here's Davis going inside, and he can't jam it through. Lays it up off the glass. Bridges got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Here's Anunoby. Makes it off the glass. And now a 4-point New York lead.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Davis owning the paint and gets it to go.
Davis playing big. Love to see that. Creating extra scoring opportunities as a result.
Davis down low. He's got 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 7 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Anunoby. It's good from long range. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Brunson scanning the floor. Great D that time from Davis. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Holiday. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Brunson outside. Off target from outside. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Look, the intentions were good. I like the unselfishness, but the execution, a lot to be desired.
New Orleans making a switch here. The Knicks leading by 5. Pass to Robinson. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And the Knicks miss again. Here's Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And with the screen, driving to the basket. They grab their own miss. Takes the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
And here is Paul. Robinson pulls it in. Shamet. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 6. Paul outside. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Pelicans shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player. Boogie Cousins shaking it up a little bit with a dynamic throwdown.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Going the other way.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
To the paint. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. It's the Knicks. They lead by 4. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Paul. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The craftiness of Paul really on display everywhere, but especially inside and forcing defenders to commit fouls on him.
And both free throws good from Paul. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Robinson. Shamet on the wing. Now Sohan lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. Shamet.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And finished off by Robinson.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Back to Shamet. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
Williamson, the screen. Inside. Robinson with the block. Shamet. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Clarkson. And here is Shamet to the right side. Here's Sohan. No good with the triple. Pelicans trailed by 8. Williamson. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
That's just all Zion. Once he gets that close, he's zoned in on capitalizing no matter what.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. New Orleans making a switch here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
Oh, he can't jam it home. He is denied. Now Towns finishes inside on the nice dish.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Davis. Nice execution down low.
Never know what Paul's going to do in these sets. I mean, he's so unpredictable and such a great floor general. I mean, he does a really good job of just picking defenses apart.
Brunson outside. No good from 3. Pelicans trailed by 6. Davis drives in.
And going on the offensive, Davis knows they need a bucket, so he holds nothing back.
Bridges missed on the 3. Now Stojakovic. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Towns.
Not a good shot at all, but that's what happens when you get desperate.
And he makes that one count.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Poised under pressure to produce at the right time in the big time. AD. Absolutely amazing. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love it. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Hart fires.
You know, people sometimes forget what a pesky and physical defender Chris Paul is for a guy who's not that big. He influences a lot of shots out there.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Get on up out of here, boy. You thought you was going to beat me with an all-time team, I bet, huh?
I bet you thought you was going to beat me with an all-time team, huh?
Yeah. Get on up out of here. You trash. Don't ever do this.
No good.
Yeah, you better not be. Yeah, you better not be playing serious. You got an all-time team.
And take care of the ball.
Oh, hits the putback.
Yeah, playing with an all-time team.
You
should never pick this team. I wouldn't even say it.
Keep that play alive.
Outside.
Shut up.
The 3 is on.
Yeah, I came back from Dub. Stop it. And you got an all-time team.
Gets the first. That
All-time team.
within 8.
All-time team at that. Don't forget to say that
And he
part.
makes both free throws. Brunson goes in.
Get on up out of here.
So it's New York.
Don't ever. I don't want to see your face ever again on here.
Closer than they would have liked it, but
Never see your face again.
Yeah, but I
You a
really
bum.
got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Allie Laporte.
Come on now. He got his whole all-time team. Me and OG got the same. I mean, Jalen and OG got the same amount of points. That's what's up. He had an all-time team. Couldn't defeat me. That's crazy. So yeah, chat. I got a new game. I just bought it. It's downloaded and everything. I'm gonna start playing it. It's the Bully. I don't know if y'all know about it. It's an old game. Came out a long time ago. It's about school. A kid. A dude is the main character. It's a fun game. Yeah, it's a fun game. So I'm gonna play that one of these days. Might play it tonight. I might get off 2K and get on it right now. Which I think.
for tuning in to NBA action with us. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Tip-off goes to the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. To the inside. Hartenstein. Boston pulls it in. Pass to White. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here's Holmgren. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And how about the focus from Holmgren? Absorbing the hit like a champ.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the game. They double-team Tatum. White on the wing. The three is up. Fires in the triple.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
To the paint. It's tipped. Here's the break. And a strong finish with two hands.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's SGA. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Now the Celtics on the move. Ahead. Pass to Tatum. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
SGA good.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Here's Tatum. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
There's Tatum with the three. Connects from downtown. Tatum's got 8.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Thunder trail by 4. And that one's good. SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Tatum can't hit. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's Holmgren missing. Outside, Brown. Hauser outside. Pass to Tatum. The kick out to White. 6 on the shot clock. With the teardrop. Good D by Wallace. With a bucket here, they can recapture the lead.
I like how they've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
Holmgren outside. They get it back. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's White. Boston again missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Yeah, making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Back to Brown. Pass to Tatum. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Now Dort, defended by Hauser. From behind the arc. Wallace misses. The Celtics with the lead. White with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Pass to Keita. Brown looking around. Lays it up and banks it in. Keita's got 6 points.
Really love how Brown distributes the ball, keeping his eyes moving at all times.
And here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout.
Who do you think gonna win, LeBron?
Here.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights
Who do you think
for
gonna
the
win, LeBron?
Celtics. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Now here's Tatum. The kick out to White. Shoots over SGA.
The sweat that Gilgeous-Alexander puts in on defense does everything he can to trip you up. And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is. When you have that kind of size advantage, you just need to go right to the rim.
Pick this pocket. Here we go, one-on-one. Ooh, Gilgeous-Alexander. Turn it on the Jets.
Recognizes the fast break opportunity and takes full advantage. Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid feel for the game.
Williams on the wing. Pass to Wallace. Williams' shot is good. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul of the game. And stolen by Holmgren. Wallace left side. Shoots over White. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Who do you think gonna win, LeBron?
This lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Celtics trail by 8. Pritchard from outside. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's off the glass and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
To the middle. Here's Dort. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's an 11-point Oklahoma City lead. Pass to Walsh. Nice ball movement by Boston. Fires for 3. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 19-6 run. Inside. Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Pass to Walsh. Got a piece of it. Outside, SGA. Holmgren outside. On the wing, SGA. Wallace outside. Just 5 to shoot. Up top, Holmgren. This one for 3. And he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout.
It's only because they cheating me.
Opportunity to regroup.
They over here cheating me, bro.
A minute 6 left in the half. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. Oklahoma City leading by 13. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Pass to Carlson. Wallace, right side. Clock at 6. Here's Carlson. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Get there. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Harper to get back on track. Good work defensively by Dort. And SGA has got the ball here for OKC. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. .11 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. From deep, Harper hits a three-pointer. Harper's got 6.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And so we wrap up the first half. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 12. We've got more in store for you right after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. There's the double team of Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to White. Pass to Hauser. Now here's Tatum. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Tatum like, hey! Jason Tatum takes flight.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
Left side SGA. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Celtics trail by 10. Ooh, here's White on the drive. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And, you know, with his speed, White puts a lot of pressure on the defense when he drives, and that time they couldn't shut him down without fouling.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Here's Holmgren. It's hauled in by White. Boston on offense. There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Dort outside. From deep. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics trail by 5. And finished off by Tatum.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And the Celtics making a change here. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Hartenstein. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holmgren, left side. Shoots over Tatum. The Thunder with another miss. Uses the glass on the layup. And that's now 19 points for Jason Tatum.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And they're still in front, but they desperately needed that hoop to sustain the advantage.
They might have the lead, but what they don't have is the momentum right now, so that was a big basket for them.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Pass to White. There's the triple. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Well, it's so good to see White growing in confidence with his offensive game and not hesitating at all to shoot the perimeter shot.
Now here's Holmgren. He's got 13.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And White finishes off the break. Well done.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
Here's McCain. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on White. Oklahoma City shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And both free throws good for McCain. Boston on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Pass to Harper. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Thunder. 2-point game. Now here's Joe. On target from range. Joe's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Holmgren deciding where to go with it. Pass to Caruso. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set, finding shooters and getting them the ball.
Here's Harper. 6 points for him. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Hits the trifecta. Walsh has got 6.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The quick look, no good that time. Here's Garza. Finished off the break. And now just a 2-point Oklahoma City lead.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. 15 points in the game. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Pritchard. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Here's Mitchell. Shireman grabs a board. Here's Garza. Checked by Mitchell. For the tie. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Oklahoma City ahead. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Thunder with a lead. Wallace left side. Pass to Wiggins. Rebounded by the Celtics. And here's Brown. Watched by Wallace. Tatum draws the double. Left side White. To tie it up. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Aaron Wiggins.
Well, I like the concentration and focus of White as he knows he's going to get contact and he's able to score through it.
And it's Thunder's ball. They trail by 1. Down low. Williams. Got a hand on it. Now Tatum. Driving in. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Pass to White. 4-3. Wallace pulls it in. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The three. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a three.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Here's Keita. Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Dort with a steal. Shea probing. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Wiggins with a rebound.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
SGA fires. 19-footer is good.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. And there's the drive. Oh, SGA finishing the drive.
My goodness, have mercy. Breaking ankles like there's no tomorrow.
Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hey, and with Brown, guys, it doesn't matter what point in the game it is. I mean, he's ready to shoot whenever he has the ball in a good spot.
Here's Hartenstein. From 8 feet. Oh, it's off. Dort with a steal. Holmgren outside. Gilgeous-Alexander. Not that time. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Wolf.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. Tough miss at this juncture. They're down 2 baskets right now.
Holmgren. That's off.
He is tenacious. Love to watch him battle on the defensive glass.
Knocks down the trifecta.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Dort. To shoot. Outside Holmgren. He's off from 3. Flushes it down with both hands.
Big time hoop to put them in front. Now they've got to put everything into their defensive effort and get the stop.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATO, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Alexander fires, and he can't stop the run as that misses. And an intentional foul right there.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up 2. Alexander.
Good game, boy. Good game, boy. Good game. Good game.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W.
I really should have beat you by more than this, but it's all good. Good game.
No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg.